Okay, I want to take a quick look at the Fuji X100T and what I consider to be necessary accessories. Whatever sort of hand strap or neck strap you go with obviously is your own choice. I make my own neck straps. This is one that I made out of a simplex repelling cordage and some little quick links. Here's the thumb rest. It's actually made out of plated brass. Fits into the hot shoe like so. There's only one slight issue with it. It does give you a nice handheld grip with your thumb. It does block the main command dial only ever so slightly, but the issue with it is that it does slide out a bit too easy, but there's a way of fixing that. You can cut out a simple sheet of paper the size of the hot shoe and slip it in there and then place this in over top of it, and then it'll give you a snug fit. Something I actually consider necessary, not just the lens hood, which I'm taking off right now. It's the Fuji lens hood. I forget the model number on that. It's this adapter. Right now I have a filter on here, but you can't simply screw a filter on the front of the X100T, because when you actually turn the camera on, you'll actually see the moving front lens bellowing in and out. It would actually smack up against a filter and you would get an error message. What you need to do is buy this adapter piece right here. Now this is what unscrews off of the base model Fuji X100T. So you unscrew this and then you buy this adapter from Fuji, which is about 4 times thicker, and that lets you screw a filter on the front, and it also has a 3-slot bayonet for mounting the lens hood on. Another important thing, but something people stupidly do, is a soft release. I'm not saying buying a soft release is stupid. I'm saying buying an expensive soft release is stupid. The reason being is that these are actually held in by about 1.5 threads of pure imagination, and it is extremely easy to have these come off, and once it comes off and you're out in the field, it's going to be lost. So people, I see all these expensive, fancy soft releases for sale for like 30 bucks. What that is actually held in by on your shutter release is literally like 1.25 threads. You will just lose it and you'll be out 30 bucks. Buy the cheap ones. Yeah, I know they're not as fancy or pretty. I mean, here's a whole slew of them. I mean, look at all these suckers. These are all soft releases for fitting a Fuji or a Leica. Obviously, anything that says for Leica is too expensive. It's absurdly overpriced. But any of these go, look at all these little soft releases. There's really nice ones like these aluminum silver ones that are like $1 or $2 a piece. You can get these off of eBay. So don't buy expensive soft release. This is the standard lens cap, which will fit on after you put that adapter on. What that will do, once you actually screw this off of the front of the Fuji X100T, it will give you about an additional 15 millimeters further depth once you mount this, which right now I have a very nice B&W protective filter over top. And then I'm going to take my lens hood, there we go, and put that on. And this is how I've had a lot of fun these past few days with the Fuji X100T. And that's it. I do recommend a soft shutter release, but don't buy an expensive one. The another thing that I actually have on this Fuji, and I can't say whether I recommend it or not, but I personally like it a lot. I would actually think that if someone had, I don't have big hands, but I would think that if someone had meat mittens is an American way of saying having gigantic hands, that you might have an issue with the Fuji X100T and its ergonomics. And what you can do is buy the Fuji MGX X100, and you can see what it does, the handhold it gives you. And this gives you a recessed compartment so you can access your battery and your SD card. And this screws on, you can see here, via this screw to the base of your Fuji X100T or X100S, and this is the profile, the additional profile that it gives you. I actually like it, so these are the accessories that I've had quite a bit of fun with on my Fuji X100T. That and the thumb rest for it. Like I said, never need to put a piece of paper underneath there to give it a nice tight lock. I can actually see this hanging around my neck without the piece of paper, and this does come off somewhat a bit too easy out of the hot shoe. It just does. It just comes out a bit too easy. So a piece of paper will take care of that. That's actually solid brass, by the way. It's anodized solid brass. So that's it. And like I said, whatever hand strap. I make my own hand straps and neck straps out of cordage. There's the hand strap I made for my Fuji X100T. And these are actually the best neck straps. I've got so many dozens and dozens of neck straps laying around here. I finally decided, simplicity is divinity. I'll start making my own neck straps using a simplex repelling cordage. They come in a million different colors and flavors and thicknesses, and this is what I went with, and this is actually shrink tubing. Once I actually sewed that up and put a ring on it and sewed it up using a thick, it's actually leather stitching thread. It's basically, there's no way you could pull it apart. It's not regular thread. Then put a piece of shrink tubing over that and just put a match underneath it quickly around it. It shrinks right to there, and it looks like a nice professional strap, and I'll never have to worry about it coming loose. It's never going to come loose. And so that's it. Thank you for taking a look at the Fuji X100T. Those are some accessory options if you get one. Thank you for watching. Bye.